Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are on page 125, and our objective for the day is, today I will learn about arrays and multiplication, period. Okay. So our vocabulary and steps are very much the same as what we did yesterday. They're just reminding us that a row is horizontal and a column is vertical. And our array is when we put them all together and we count them. Okay, they're also reminding us that our first factor tells us how many rows there are. So the first factor tells us how many rows there are. Okay. So what we're going to be doing today is they're going to provide us some of the arrays. So that's why it says count the rows to make this the first factor, count the columns to make this the second factor, solve for the product and find the product. So in our last video, we actually made the arrays. Now we're going to be given some arrays and seeing if we can make equations from them. Okay, so I'm going to get started, friends, on mine. If you want to put down your pencil and watch me. Here is my first problem. It says 1A, so this is a two-part problem. It says write the multiplication sentence for the following array. Solve for the product. Okay, so how many rows do I have? I have 2 rows. That's my first factor. And how many are in each row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is my second factor. So 2 rows is my first factor, and each row has 5 in it, because remember, this means 2 rows of 5. So what is our answer? Well, let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So 2 rows of 5 equals 10, or 2 times 5 equals 10. Okay, let's look at my next question. It says follow-up question. Repeat the pattern of the array. Identify and write the equation of the new array. Okay, so they want me to repeat it. So first, I need to draw what they gave me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what they gave me, but they want me to repeat it, which means draw it again. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so what would this equation be? How many rows do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of how many is in each row? 5. So if I repeated their pattern one more time, now I have 4 rows of 5. So what's my answer now going to be? Well, we can go back and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. My answer is 20. Okay, here is my next problem. Okay, it says, draw an array for 6 times 3 and find the product. Okay, so what does that mean? That means 6 rows of 3. Ready? So I have 1, 2, 3, 1 row, 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows, 5 rows, and 6 rows. Okay, so what is my answer? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay, so it's 18. My next question says, how can you find the product using a different operation or strategy? How could I do it different? One, I've seen in my other videos, is I could switch it. We've learned that I get the same product. So instead, I could have said, I could do 3 rows of 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 rows. So I could switch my factors and I'm still going to get 18. Or if I think about a while ago in my other videos, we talked about repeated addition. So this means I have 6 groups. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 groups of 3. And we could add that way. If you remember doing that before, and we added the groups underneath where we could add our dots. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So I still get 18. So those are 2 strategies that I could have done to find the same answer. Let's do some of these together, guys. We are on page 126. 126. And here's our first problem, which is a 2-parter again. Okay, ready? Write the multiplication sentence for the following array. Solve for the product. Okay, so how many rows do we have? We only have 1 row. And how many's in that row? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this problem actually just says 1 row of 7. So 1 times 7, which equals 7. Okay, step B says, or problem B says, repeat the pattern of the array, identify and write the equation of the new array. Okay, so before we can repeat it, let's draw it. It was 1, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And they want us to repeat it. So let's draw it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So what would the equation now be? Well, how many rows do we now have? We have 2 rows still of 7. So our new equation is going to be 2 times 7. And what would our answer be? Let's go count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So our answer is 2 times 7 equals 14. Okay, let's look at our next problem. It says draw an array for 4 times 2 and find the product. Okay, so 4 times 2 means 4 rows of 2. So ready? 1, 2, 1 row. 2 rows, 3 rows, 4 rows. So what is our product there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 times 2 is 8, or 4 rows of 2 is 8. Okay, how can you find the product using a different operation or strategy? So we could switch the factors. That's called commutative property, and it's allowed. So instead, we could say we have 2 rows of 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 row. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's our 2 rows of 4, and we still get 8. Or we can use that strategy that we did a few lessons ago. We could say we have 4 groups of 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 2 in each group. So 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, which is repeated addition, would give us 8. So we could use an array or a repeated addition to do it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have some of these to try on your own. Have a wonderful day.